What's tweaking, walrus ticklers? Welcome back to Monkeyboy's Toys, and welcome back to the sofa. Thanks very much for joining me again.
Ah, Monkeyboy, you twat! What are you doing?
Hello, Skeletor. Nice to see you as well.
What are you doing, I said?
Well, I was about to do another video, Skeletor.
Ah, is it another mask review? I like those. Let me help.
Skeletor, calm down. I'm not doing a mask review this week.
Why not?
Well, because there's been a couple of parcels arrived into the Monkeyboy nest, so I thought I'd do a parcel opening today.
Oh, can I help with that instead?
Not really, Skeletor, no.
Why?
Well, firstly, you called me a twat.
So?
And secondly, I've got someone else to help me with this because it's something that I think that they might enjoy. So sorry, Skeletor, you can't really help with this video.
Can I help at the end?
Yes, you can probably help at the end. I'll give you a shout towards the end and you can come back and do the sign-off. Does that sound all right?
Yes, I suppose so. You're still a twat, though.
Okay, right, well, off you go. Go on.
I hate you, Monkeyboy.
Yeah, I know, Skeletor. Right, sorry, guys, where was I? Right, yes, so there's been a couple of parcels. Here they are, arriving this week. So I thought we'd open those instead of doing a mask review because I really want to get these open and leave feedback to the sellers. So we'll do the mask review next week and we'll open these this week instead. I'll just pause the camera and get these open, and then we can call our other guest in to come and help us. So I'll see you guys back in a second. Right, guys, well, I've got the first parcel sort of partially opened here, and we'll just call in our supervisor to give things a look over. Scooby! Just give him a second, he's probably asleep again. Scooby!
Yes?
Can you come here a minute, mate? I've got something you might want to see.
Okay, I'm coming.
Give him a second. Here he comes, I can hear him.
Hello.
Hello, Scooby, mate. Let's see if we can get the camera to focus on you. How are you doing this week?
I'm okay, thank you.
The camera doesn't seem to want to focus on you. You're very handsome, I don't know why.
Oh, I don't know either.
No. Anyway, if you look behind you, if I move my hand out the way, we've got a parcel, Scooby. I think you might like what's inside.
Oh, what is it?
Well, why don't we have a look? Should we take the paper out and have a look?
Yes.
Okay, let's take these out. Oh, I can immediately see something. Do you know what that is?
It's a Ghostbuster.
It is a Ghostbuster. Do you know which one it is?
Oh, it's Ray.
Yes, it is Ray. Let's pop him down. Let's do you know what else might be in here?
I don't know.
Oh, let's see what else we can find in here. Oh, there's another thing. What's this?
It's another Ghostbuster.
It is. Do you know who this one is?
Oh, that one's Peter.
It is Peter. Yep. Okay. Brilliant. Do you think you might know what the next thing might be?
I think it might be another Ghostbuster.
Yeah, I think you might be right. Let's have a look. Here's another one. Can you see this one?
No.
Let's move this bit of paper and then can you see that one?
Yes.
Do you know who that one is?
That's Egon.
Yes, that's Egon. Well done. And do you know who's left in the Ghostbusters? You know the Ghostbusters, don't you? Which is the last one?
I think it's Winston.
Yes, I think you're right. Let's have a look. Is it Winston?
Yes, it's Winston.
It's Winston. Yay. Okay, guys. So here we have the Kenner Classics Ghostbusters that I picked up loose. I've got a couple of them in box, but I wanted to get them loose for display purposes. As you guys know, I don't open most of my toys, so if I want to display them, I have to buy a second lot loose. But these are the Kenner Classics Ghostbusters, released I think in was it 2016, Scooby?
I don't know. I'll go and check on the internet.
All right, you go and check for me. So yeah, I think they were 2016. Scooby will let us know in a minute. But here are the 4 Ghostbusters. Quite nice figures. We'll have a look at each one of them in turn. I think we'll start at the right here and then we'll work our way backwards. First of all, we've got Winston here. Quite a nice face sculpt. The face sculpts are better these days than they used to be. This is sort of, I would call it the sort of middle range of face sculpts. They're not perfect, but they're not as bad as they could be. So that's a reasonable a reasonable likeness of Ernie Hudson. And there he is. He's got his name patch on the front. I don't know if you can quite read that, but it says Zedmore on the front of his flight suit there. He's got the No Ghost logo printed on the side. That's done pretty cleanly as far as I can make out. That's done quite nicely. And here he is in his flight suit. As I've said, he does come with his proton pack. If we flip it round to the back, we can have a look at the proton pack. This is removable. It does come off if you want. There's some nice details on the proton pack actually. The wires are painted not brilliantly. They're a little sloppy, but for something of this scale and this price point, you can't really expect perfection. And there is some nice paint apps on there. Some nice chrome. We've got the cables and the wires here, and even the little sort of lights on the cyclotron are painted as well. So yeah, it's not a bad representation of the proton pack. The only thing that these don't have is the straps that go around the Ghostbusters middle, the sort of kidney straps that come around the side. These figures don't feature that. They do feature the hose on the leg. This hose is clear. Now, in the first Ghostbusters film, these hoses were sort of a yellow colour. They were clear in Ghostbusters 2, so I'm not sure why they've decided to go with the clear ones this time. When these figures were first released, they did have the yellower cable sort of tubes. I'm not quite sure what these tubes are for. I've got a feeling they're actually connected to the Ghostbusters nether regions, so that if they get scared they can wet themselves freely. But I'm not sure if that is the case or not. Someone will let me know in the comments what those tubes are for, but I've always thought that they were probably wee tubes. Anyway, he does come with the Neutrona wand. It's a little bit bent. I can see some of the others in the background. I've got very wonky Neutrona wands, so I'll have to heat those up in hot water and straighten them out a bit. But I believe he will hold it in his hand. So there it is, and you can twist it. There's articulation at the wrists, so you can have them holding the Neutrona wands in both hands, sort of like that. So you can get some reasonable poses. We'll just go over the articulation quickly on Winston here. I mean, all the figures will be the same, so we'll look at it on Winston, and then we'll just sort of skip over the others. So firstly, hello Scooby. Did you find out what year what year they were made?
Yes, it was 2016.
Okay, 2016. Okay, we've had that confirmed by Scooby. Right, pop yourself off to the side, mate. I'm just going over the articulation. So we've got the head. We'll move left and right. We've got a little bit of up and down, but not very much. I guess it's on a ball joint, but it's not great. There is a slight amount of tilt, but again, not much. But there's enough to get sort of some attitude in a pose, if you wish. The arms are on a hinge and a ball joint, so they do lift out, not very far. They don't go quite all the way up, but they will obviously rotate forwards and backwards. There is an elbow joint. I think that's a hinge and a swivel at the elbow again, so they will swivel round and they'll go to just about 90 degrees, and not quite straight and fully out because of this the elbow pad there. The hands look as if they're on swivels and hinges. I hadn't really shown that very well on the camera, but yeah, so that's that. The legs, let's just have a look and see if the legs are on hinges, so they do move out into the splits, which is a peculiar look for them. I'm not sure that you would ever want to display them with their legs out to the side, but they will go almost completely out, almost to 90 degrees to the body, so they will go out that far. and they do move forward and back. There is a thigh cut there, so you can twist it at the thigh. There is also a knee. It looks like a single hinge knee. There's no rotation at the knee, and then there's rotation at the boot, and the feet are on hinges up and down. I'm not sure if they're on a rocker or not. It doesn't seem as if they've got a rocker, so the feet will just move up and down, no rocker. But that's basically the articulation of the figures. Oh, let's see, and there's a waist swivel as well. So that's those. So let's just have a look at the other figures. Next up we've got Egon. Stand Winston up to the back there. Now let's see Egon. He's looking pretty good. Unusually for a figure of this scale, he actually has lenses in his glasses. Quite often figures of this scale that wear glasses just have the glasses moulded onto the face with no lenses, but there is actually some lenses in his glasses. Not a bad likeness to Harold Ramis. Not the best, but it's certainly acceptable. Again, he's got his name on the front, Spengler, and the nice No Ghost logo on the side. Articulation will be exactly the same as on Winston. His Neutrona wand is a little bit bent, as you can see, again, but I will heat those up in some hot water and straighten those out if necessary. But there's Egon. Egon was always my favourite Ghostbuster. But anyway, there's Egon. We'll stand him to the back. Next up, let's take Ray next, actually. Next up, we've got Ray. Now, I do actually have another copy of Ray. He in the production, there was sort of, I guess, some sort of error in the mould or something, and his face looks very peculiar. It's a bit lopsided, as you can see. It looks a bit skewed, or as if someone sort of squished the mould a bit. So yeah, I'm not quite sure why that should be the case. I do have another one here to compare him to, so let me just pause the camera and then we'll find the other one. Okay, here's the other one that I've got in package, and if we look, his face is actually the same. If we bring these in, his face is sort of squished. It doesn't quite look right. You can buy these figures where his face is actually okay and it looks reasonable, but both this loose one that I've bought and the one that I've got in package suffer from the same sort of head squish. So it's probably the worst face mould of the four, to be honest. It doesn't look very much like Dan Aykroyd, and he's got this strange sort of concavity to the side of his head, like he's had been sort of bashed in the head with a fire extinguisher or something. So yeah, it looks a bit peculiar. I'm not sure if this, presumably this was the first run of figures that had this issue. I know it was rectified because I've seen other videos online where Ray has got a normal looking head, but mine's the squished version. But anyway, there's Ray. He's got a very floppy Neutrona wand, as we can see, but that will have to go into some hot water and be sorted out. And then finally we can have a look at Peter. Here's Peter. Not a great face sculpt. Again, it doesn't look a lot like Bill Murray. From the side it's not bad. It doesn't look too awful, but straight on it doesn't really look much like him. Mine looks like he's got a bit of a dirty nose. But yeah, again, the figure is exactly the same as all the others, with the exception of his boots. All the other figures, as you can see, have their trousers of their flight suit tucked into their boots, whereas Peter Venkman just has his hanging over the top of his boots, and that's accurate to the film. He didn't tuck his pants into his boots in the film. Because of that, this figure doesn't have any rotation in the boot. There's just a limited sort of hinge at the foot. It's not very good. Yeah, there's not much movement there. But aside from that sort of difference in his lower legs, it's the same figure as all the others. So we'll set him off to the back there. What did you think of that, Scoob? Come back, mate.
Yes, hello?
What did you think of those? Did you like them?
Yes, I like Ghostbusters.
Yeah, why do you like them, Scooby?
Look, we've got the same job.
You've got the same job?
Yeah, we chase ghosts.
Well, I suppose you do, really. You're sort of a Ghostbuster, aren't you, Scooby?
Yes. Do you think I could join them?
Well, I reckon you could, actually, to be honest, but you've got your own team, haven't you? You know, Shaggy and Daphne and Velma.
I hate Velma.
Yeah, everyone hates Velma. So you've got your own team, though, Scooby, haven't you?
Yes, I suppose so.
Yeah. Anyway, so there's the Ghostbusters. Did you like them?
Yes.
Okay, you're going to see what I've got next?
Okay.
All right, let's see what we've got in another parcel. Here's the second parcel that we've got. I have opened this one already. So do you want to have a look what's inside this one, Scooby? Yeah, okay, here we go. Can you see what's in there?
Oh, monsters.
Yeah, they are monsters. Let's have a look what we've got. We've got the first one here. Okay, and this one is Dracula. If we move his arms up, what do you think of him, Scooby?
He's a bit scary.
He is a bit scary, isn't he? Do you want to back up a bit?
Yes.
Okay, so here's the Kenner Classic Monsters Dracula. I think this was from 1989. Yeah, it says 1989 on his leg. It's quite a nice example. Quite often with this figure, you get a lot of paint wear on the fingers. As you can see, mine has a little paint wear on the fingers. Quite often they're all flaky and not in very good condition. And also the front of his white sort of waistcoat here is often scuffed or chipped or dirty. So I've got quite a nice example here. Unfortunately, this one didn't come with the cape. This figure originally came with a cape with a metal clasp at the throat, but I've just picked one up loose without the cape. I might try and get the cape at a later date. We'll have to see. But what do you think of him, Scooby? Is he all right?
Yes, he's not very scary.
He's not that scary, is he? But he does have an action feature. Do you want to see what that is, Scoob?
Yes.
Well, if you squeeze his legs together, he does this. Sorry, Scoob. Come back. You're all right. Don't run away.
That frightened me.
It frightened you?
Yes.
Oh, well, I'll do it again, but don't jump this time, okay? You ready?
Yes.
Oh, Scooby, you said you weren't going to get frightened again. Come back.
Don't do that again, Monkeyboy.
All right, I won't do it again. Shall we have a look at the next thing in the box?
Yes.
Because the video's getting a bit long, isn't it? And I think people are probably going to get bored and switch off. So let's get the last figure out of the way. Let's get him out of the box. Here we go.
Ooh, it's a wolf.
It is a wolf. Do you know what kind of wolf he is?
A scary one?
Yeah, he is a scary one. He's a werewolf, Scooby. If we move his arms up before we do his action feature, do you want to see that? See what he does?
Will it make me jump?
It might make you jump, yeah. Let's have a look. Squeeze his legs together and see what he does.
He howled.
He did howl, didn't he? I mean, that was me doing the noise, though. He didn't really howl himself.
Oh,
yeah, so he's quite cool, isn't he, Scoob?
yes. I'm not so scared of him.
You're not so scared of him?
No.
So yeah, anyway, that's his action feature. You squeeze his legs together and he sort of throws his head back and howls at the moon. I always did love this figure when I was a kid. I never had it, but I knew people that had it, and I thought he was great. So I'm really glad to have him in the collection. He's going to be one of my favourites. Obviously, they don't really go with the Ghostbusters at the back there because it's a different line. But I'll display this with my vintage reissues. So yeah, that's about it for today. We've got the Kenner Classics Ghostbusters, and we've got Dracula and the Wolfman. So they're the pickups for this week. Thanks, Scooby. Thanks for your help. That's all right, wasn't it?
Yes.
Cool. Unfortunately, we need to get Skeletor back in here now, because otherwise he's going to complain and you know, just he's going to make my life a misery if I don't get him back in.
Okay.
So I'll see you later, Scooby. All right.
Okay, see you later, Monkeyboy. Bye.
See ya. Skeletor,
Yes.
you can come back now, I guess.
What's all that at the back there?
Well, they're Ghostbusters.
There's some monsters there as well. I like those.
Yeah, I thought you might like those, Skeletor. Anyway, I've done the figure review now, so it's time to do the sign off. Do you want to help me do that?
Yes, get all this rubbish out of the way first.
Okay, sorry, Skeletor. Right. Are you ready to do the sign off then?
Yes.
Go on then.
Thank you very much for watching, everybody. If you liked the video, please do give it a thumbs up and share it with any other walrus ticklers you may know. Do leave a comment and do subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And subscribe to my channel! Subscribe to my channel! Subscribe to my channel! Skeletor, stop it! What?
Stop doing that!
What? I haven't done anything.
You keep doing that. You keep shouting at people.
Well, they should subscribe to my channel, the twats!
Stop it, Skeletor, calling people twats. It's ridiculous. You did this last week. I told you about it then.
Well, I want more subscribers on my channel.
Well, I'm sure you do, Skeletor, but that's not the way to go about it, is it? Now apologise.
No, I'm not apologising. I refuse to.
You better apologise, Skeletor, or you're going to be banned from all future videos. Go on.
I'm sorry, everybody. I didn't mean to call you twats, but please subscribe to my channel. I want to catch up with Monkeyboy.
Okay. Well, that's the end of the video, Skeletor, so what do we say now?
Let's make like shepherds and get the flock out of here.
Yeah, that's right. See you later, everyone. Bye.
Bye.